Para ayudarnos en nuestra investigación, reescribiendo la historia recurrió a la más moderna tecnología digital.
Satellite imagery is beneficial to archaeology because it provides that bird's eye view of the terrain, and you can pick up then the larger features, man-made features, buildings, roads, large structures.
También apelamos a la ayuda del arqueólogo aficionado Greg Dimick. Finalmente lo acompañaremos en un viaje para verificar la historia.
This is a lot further west than what we've been suspecting. I think
Dimick debe hallar las ruinas del antiguo pueblo de las Adjuntas, que el cuestionado documento de la Peña sitúa a 2 leguas y media o a unos 10 kilómetros de la bifurcación.
I think that's
the road.
Part of the road.
Can you see what happens to it? It seems to almost play
it almost plays out, and I think
we have to start from somewhere. And we have to start from somewhere that we have a distance to the spot that we're looking for. So our plan is go check out this site that we believe is Old Adjuntas, find out if it is, and see if we can find a fork in the road down there.
Sorpresivamente, la fotografía satelital descubrió en una cuadrícula lo que parecen ser las ruinas de un pueblo. Ahora, Greg y Mike ingresan la longitud y latitud de esa cuadrícula al sistema de posicionamiento global, o GPS, para obtener el punto exacto que creen corresponde al antiguo pueblo de las Adjuntas. Entonces, con estos datos, nuestro equipo va al desierto mexicano en busca del pueblo perdido, la bifurcación y cualquier evidencia del ejército de Santa Ana.
We've got the high-tech tools, the satellite photo, the GPS, our laptop computer, and yet we go out here in the middle of the desert and we still have to get out with shovels. So the combination of the two, the high-tech and the old footwork, hopefully will give us our results.
Nuestra expedición se acerca.
I've got a heading to the target of 307 degrees. It's 0.46 miles. I think we can get there in a relatively short period of time.
You got some shards, some pottery shards? Aha!
There's quite a bit too. Right behind all of this right here.
This is good. This is a good sign. We got lots of pieces of pottery all along here, all along the ground.
This is definitely a site.
This is a site. We are basically in the middle of nowhere. We're right where the satellite told us to come. There's a lot of ceramics, a lot of pottery shards. Oh yeah, that's nice. And this pottery looks good. These samples look nice. Here's another little nice sample of pottery. So we may well be on the spot. At least there's something here in the middle of nowhere, and that's a good sign.
Al hallar indicios de asentamiento humano, el equipo se aleja 10 kilómetros a la posible bifurcación del camino, donde en el documento en cuestión, De la Peña dice haberse perdido.
So if this is the fork we're looking for, the Mexican Army would have been coming in this direction. They should have gone on this road. If it's the right fork, they accidentally went this way. And if that's the case, so what we need to do is go back in here and search all around and see if we can find any ceramics, see if we can find any evidence of the site.
Por desgracia, 170 años de vientos y erosión del desierto borraron toda prueba de que sea la bifurcación correcta. ¿Pero pasó el ejército mexicano por aquí, como dice el diario de la Peña?
The soldier, when he's in an area like this, you know, and I'm talking about thousands of soldiers, they drop different things that they're wearing, and they leave a lot of debris that's real helpful for us.
Musket ball, piece of lead.
This is a Mexican eagle that Steele found.
Let's see what you got there. Oh God, this is nice. This is a real nice piece. Wow. This is definitely an eagle that was probably on a buckle. The eagles are spread, and it just has a good position. This is an excellent find. You rarely find, you know, examples like this.
¿Esta águila es de los soldados de Santa Ana? ¿Prueba que el documento de la Peña es real?
Big deal. He found the fork in the road. He found the fork in the road, which is mentioned, what, in one sentence of one page? That doesn't mean the whole diary is real.
On the other hand, there is a mass, not just a preponderance, but a mass of evidence suggesting that this is authentic. To me, every test that it passes is that much more evidence, but it's not conclusive evidence. You know why? Because in history, you don't ever get positive, conclusive evidence.
Paradójicamente, verdad o ficción, esta segunda parte del documento de la Peña reúne a las dos leyendas de El Álamo, David Crockett y Santa Ana.
If De La Peña or someone else wrote this at that time, and they included the story about Crockett's death, it was for no reason to try to denigrate Crockett. I mean, who was Crockett to them? It would have probably been more to show the cruelty of Santa Ana, to really drive that point home.
Las circunstancias de la muerte de Crockett, sin importar los detalles, no cambian la esencia de su heroísmo.
I think Crockett probably went down fighting. His entire character does not suggest that he was surrendered. Can I prove it? No, can't prove it, but his whole character tells me that he fought to the death.
This is far more a personal and emotional issue than it is a historical issue. Historically, it really doesn't matter how Crockett died.
In the 1970s, when De La Peña document was first published in English, it was a very cynical time for America. Watergate, Vietnam, self-doubt. Now, America is fighting terrorism, so I think that Crockett's reputation will be reevaluated in that light. Now we know that people sometimes do go in harm's way and sacrifice their lives and become heroes.
Santa Ana pudo haber ganado una batalla, pero perdió la guerra en detrimento de su nación y su reputación. Lo que realmente le sucedió a David Crockett en sus momentos finales nunca se sabrá por completo.
Historians, by definition, don't talk a lot about the future. I think that the De La Peña diary ought to be a guide, just like any find, any discovery in history. It should lead us to new questions and therefore to new answers.
Nuestra investigación logró una descripción clara de la batalla de El Álamo, que merece el lugar que tiene en la historia de los Estados Unidos.
I think when you talk about the Alamo, you have to approach it in a balanced presentation. The Mexicans that fought here were brave. They believed that they were defending their country. This was Mexico. The Alamo itself, the story that's presented here, is evolving to a more fair and balanced story. That wasn't true in the past, and Texas scholars and American history scholars are starting to broaden the approach of interpreting what happened at the Alamo.
It is an amazing place.